Yo, yo, yo. What up?
What it do?
We in the building. B139 family. Wednesday, y'all know what it is. We got our first guest coming on. She came early. She bought her business right there.
Yeah.
We like when they come early.
That's right.
Yeah. Snack Angel Win-Win is in the building. Here we go. Snack Angel. That's right. She in the building. How you doing, young lady?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having me. Thank
Good
you.
to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Welcome to the Beat 139, Doc. We shake the block. What up?
Don Vito, voice for the peoples. We in the building. I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. You know, our new management team and all that, you know, and our radio show down in Atlanta, WDJY 99.1 FM. We do the whole metro Atlanta area. We doing numbers down there. Let's clap for that. We got over 500,000 listeners. We talk about Arbitron, Nielsen. You know, we talk about radio numbers. We not talking about followers and viewers and all that stuff. It's another level, y'all. But one more time for WDJY 99.1 FM, the B139s. What's up?
What up?
So, what's up, Doc? How you feel, man?
I'm good, you know. Good to be back. Last couple weeks, we had stumbling blocks, but we picked it up when we shared our stories some, and we picked up on some topics. A lot of people liked the topics. The energy was great. They said, man, some of the stuff we touched on, they said they want to hear a lot more about it, and they really enjoyed our conversation we had last week.
Yeah, I got some good feedback as well. They was like, y'all need to do that more often. We used to do it before, remember?
Yeah.
Years ago, we used to do it before.
Yeah.
We made it, it was a segment we did.
We did it.
We even did it before the guest came. Sometime we close it out. But I think we're going to bring that back. So
and we had it with
we thank y'all for, you know, letting us know y'all feeling that.
We had it with the brand ambassadors. Everybody was there. It was a good time.
Yeah, it definitely was real nice. But without further ado, we got a young lady. She goes by the name of Snack Angel Win-Win. It's her LLC. She's a young entrepreneur. She's doing a thing, and you know, she come here to tell her story. So welcome. How you doing?
Thank you.
Welcome.
Pleasure. Yeah.
Good to meet you.
Thank
Good
you
to
for
meet
having
you.
me. Thank you.
So tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from Buffalo, New York. I am
Shout out to Buffalo.
Yes,
Shout out to Buffalo.
Buffalo.
They lost
Shout out
that
to
tough
Buffalo.
game yesterday.
I know,
man.
that was
The other
heartbreaking.
day.
Damn, I mean, that feeling, it never gets old, you know, just getting so close. But yes, born and raised in Buffalo, New York. And I moved here to New Jersey. I've been here in New Jersey for 15 years. And I can say that New Jersey has treated me very well. From the moment that I planted my feet here, New Jersey has treated me very well. So shout out to New Jersey as well.
There you go. Shout out to New Jersey. What made you move to New Jersey?
Actually, at the time, I really wasn't planning to move from my hometown, but then there was someone in my family, my aunt, who was extremely resourceful, but also at the same time very supportive of me and my dreams and my goals.
Mm-hmm.
And she just said, hey, flat out, as long as you pursue those dreams and those goals, you're more than welcome to come out and stay with us until you get on your feet. I was gone like 3 weeks later without even like thinking about it. Absolutely. I knew that was probably one of the biggest opportunities of my life. So here I am.
So it's safe to say that you think there was a better, there's more opportunities down here than it is up in Buffalo?
I would say
doing, you know, this type of business?
Yes, I'm going to say absolutely. And this isn't like a down to my hometown or anything like that, but it's just that New Jersey's bigger. Yeah. You know, there's a lot more going on here. And then also, you know, it doesn't hurt that New Jersey is so close to Manhattan. You know, and I have to say also, Manhattan has treated me very well. You know, so, you know, I love my hometown, but yes, I knew immediately that this is something that could only better my life if I were to make that transition from small town Buffalo to larger state, you know, New Jersey.
What's the population of Buffalo?
Oh my God, I'm not exactly sure. Well, especially right now, but that's definitely something that I should look into.
Buffalo is
But I'm
big,
not
man.
exactly
Yeah, it's
sure.
nice size. Yeah,
But
it's
I
big.
will say that New Jersey is
not
growing.
compared to, but it's,
Right.
yeah.
I will say that Buffalo is growing, and the reason why Buffalo is growing is simply because of real estate. You know, the real estate in Buffalo, I mean, the suburbs in Buffalo is absolutely gorgeous. You know, and that's something what a lot of people don't know about Buffalo. They kind of see Buffalo as like this
They
small
think it's
town, and they think that it's very slow, and we aren't really, you know, up with the trends and things like that. But it's like that couldn't be like further from the truth. Buffalo has some of the most beautiful homes, and what they're doing with our downtown area, they're building all of these wonderful new buildings and sky rises and community centers and things like that to support families, etc. So Buffalo, you know, we aren't there yet, but Buffalo, we're definitely on the rise.
Yeah. But back in the days, Buffalo was known for pimps.
We don't even got it. Okay, but I mean,
Now
there
we're
may be
going
some.
for
Yeah, Buffalo. I know what
Because
you're
I
talking
was
about.
with his name Cat Daddy. He was funny as hell.
There may, yes. So there may be a lot of truth to that, especially during that whole like Rick James, you know, period and things like that. And a lot of people don't know that Rick James is from Buffalo, New York, from the Langdale Project.
That's why he said, "Give it to me, baby."
Yes,
You know, he's a
exactly.
pimp. Give it to me, baby.
But you know, but you know, fast forward to now with you know, with Byron Brown, etc. You know what I'm saying? The city
Byron
is
Brown
growing,
from Buffalo,
and
right?
also our schools. We have amazing colleges. We have UB, we have Buff State, we have Damon, we have so many great sources of education in Buffalo as well. So yeah,
And y'all close to Canada.
we're very close to Canada. Yeah.
Like I'm pretty. A lot of you guys go to Canada quicker than y'all come to the city. And people don't realize
I mean-
Buffalo is part of New York. See, that's the crazy
It
part about
is,
it.
yes.
People don't realize Buffalo is New York.
Yes,
Yes,
but the
it
thing is,
But you don't think of that.
I think that why and where folks get that twisted is because if you were to get in your car and drive to Buffalo, it's almost a 10-hour drive. Like people don't even understand driving. It is far away, but if you were to hop on the plane, it's 50 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, New York State is big, period.
It
you know?
is, it's
People
huge.
don't realize.
People don't
it,
realize.
Like you
Yeah.
said,
You think New York, you think 5 boroughs.
and like she said, 10
Exactly.
hours to
Population
get to
100,000.
Exactly.
Buffalo. 10 hours, that's a long ride. Check.
10
How
hours,
many
you
states you
get
can get? We go
right.
south.
Yeah, we get over to Charlotte in 10 hours.
Right. You can get to North Carolina in that time, yeah.
It is.
That's just all New York. That's crazy. Like you said, so how far y'all from Canada?
I want to say maybe. Well, first of all, it's been a very long time since I've been to Canada. Maybe since like my 12th grade like graduation. So
I
wanna
bet you've
say
been
maybe
in
like
Canada
90
before you get to
minutes.
the 5 boroughs, right?
Absolutely, yes. So I want to say maybe no more than maybe like a 90-minute drive to Canada. It's not very far.
Niagara
It's
Falls
not very
is like
far.
what?
Niagara Falls. No, Niagara Falls. Yeah, we're much more aligned. We're much more connected with Niagara Falls. One, because of Niagara Falls, and then two, we have the casino.
Right.
That's one of our turn-up spots in Buffalo. Folks love to go to the casino. So I would say like Niagara Falls, maybe 45-minute, 1-hour drive. It's
Is
not
that
very
far?
at
I always
all.
thought it was like 20 minutes.
Oh, I was saying it's not very far at all. But
No, I thought
it's not
it was
20
like
minutes.
20 minutes.
It's
Because a
not
lot of
20
them dudes
minutes
hang out
away.
together, you know that. Like Niagara Falls and Buffalo dudes, they like know each other.
Rochester.
Right. Yes. And
Because next to y'all
Rochester.
is like right next to y'all is what?
Rochester.
Rochester.
So you can really say Niagara
Watertown.
Falls and then Rochester. Rochester is maybe like a 45-minute.
Rochester,
Right,
Watertown.
far at all.
I didn't know Rochester was that
Right.
close.
And then Syracuse isn't really even that far from
Syracuse,
Buffalo.
yeah.
I mean, if you really put your foot to the metal, if you're driving, Syracuse may be like a 3.5-hour drive.
Schenectady.
Right.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's-
Exactly.
Schenectady is way
but
down.
that's a bit out.
Right.
But it's not as
But that's
far.
where all that's,
Also,
Yeah.
your hub is Niagara Falls and Rochester.
Yeah. So I would say that like we're right in between there. Yeah. So if you just wanted to up and just do something for the weekend to say like, hey, we're gonna up and go to Rochester. That's not a big to do
30-minute
at all.
ride.
Exactly. And the same thing for Niagara Falls. My parents, they stay in Niagara Falls.
Wow,
So-
that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We want y'all to hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like button. What's the calling number, Doc?
646-628-4264. 646-628-4264. Y'all wanna holla at Snack Angels.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is good education. I love like geographical stuff.
Right.
So how was life growing up in Buffalo for you as a young kid?
I would say that I had a I would not say I had a pretty basic or average life, but I had a good life growing up. My parents are two very hardworking people. I come from a very everyday, normal life. Nothing too dramatic, nothing too exciting like happened to me. I had a very normal childhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You never been in no trouble, nothing like that.
I've never really been in any real trouble. I've never even broken a bone. So it's just, yeah, so I'm lucky to say, I'm very fortunate to say that I've had a very normal childhood.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Buffalo, you said the real estate is getting better up there. What's the average house cost like about?
Well, the thing is, the real estate has always been pretty good in Buffalo. So, like, the amount of money, like, it blows my mind the amount of money that my husband and I paid for our house here in West Orange, New Jersey, because for that amount of money, we could very well be living in damn near a mansion.
Damn.
In Buffalo. And the thing is, all of my Buffalo like supporters who are watching right now back me up. You know that this is real. You know that this is the truth. People flock to Buffalo simply for the real estate. But it's just out here. But the thing is, like, what do? You're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because out here there's much more opportunity. And now that I'm a mom, of course I want to be able to supply my daughter with as many opportunities as possible. But the thing is, then if you kind of like weigh it out, but Buffalo with the real estate.
So what's the numbers? Let's because people want to see the numbers. So what type of numbers we dealing with? Like you said a mansion in Buffalo. What numbers that's?
Easy. I want to say a beautiful home. Big, beautiful lawn, big, beautiful backyard, I want to say a very long driveway, beautiful area. You could get a beautiful house, really a mansion. I feel comfortable saying $350,000, maybe $400,000 home.
Damn.
I do. And if there's anyone that disagrees with me, please call in and we could do this. But the thing is, y'all know that I'm 100% right about this. The real estate in Buffalo, you can drop anywhere between $300,000 and I say to $450,000. You are living good. You know, out here, it gets you kind of
that's a cupcake.
It gets you standard out here. So yeah.
Not even standard.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm
So
saying?
300,000.
Right.
You in a
Yes.
nice neighborhood, big
area.
house.
You're in at least a 5-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? 4 bathrooms, attic, and a basement, huge backyard. A backyard so big that you can maybe even fit a pool with space to run around.
Well, that's dope.
You know. But the thing is, for me, like, I really enjoy the opportunity, and I do get that question a lot, like, would I ever move back? And my answer is no. I'm too attached to Manhattan. I'm too attached to, like, the fast pace and just everything.
But
that
you know what you
New
can do?
Jersey and
You can
Manhattan
do,
has to offer.
You can buy a couple of houses and for business, rent them out,
I'm thinking about that.
make some bread, and live down here.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you from there, so it'd be easy.
I know how it all works. Right.
But you know, you got places like Buffalo, Detroit.
And also
I was
PA.
just down in Kansas City. Like, you can get the houses just for around the same price range.
Right.
And everybody got the same story that you have. You know what I'm saying? Like they like it over here for the opportunity, but over there your money go long. You can get a whole bunch of you can do a good one in real estate.
A friend of mine recently, she just bought a home in PA, and I promise you, her backyard is maybe a damn quarter of a football field. I was just like, oh my goodness, but like that's just how it is. It really does just depend on it really depends on what you're paying for. If you want the fast pace, if you want the big city life and things like that, you're not really gonna get too much bang for your buck. You know what I'm saying? But then also, if you want that quiet life, if you're A-okay with not being able to just step outside your door and there's this shop, that store, or whatever, it's like right in front of you. It's just like if you're okay with that and just accepting, but I have all this property, I have all this space, and then also once I pay this off, I could pass it down to mine, I could pass it down to my baby, my grandkids, etc. It just really depends on your mindset and what you want.
I agree with the mindset, like you said. Now, if you don't mind driving, see me, I can't stand driving. But if you don't mind driving, like I said, 20 minutes to a store, like it's worth it. Think about it. Like go to a shopping mall 25 minutes.
Well, most suburban towns you're gonna have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to get in the car and you got to drive a little bit. But that's why you got to go to BJ's and Costco and load up. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta become a member, right?
Yeah. It's where you can stock up and you ain't got to go but once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So before we get into Snack Angel,
Yes.
what were you doing before you decided to open your business?
So, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to begin. So, I do want to point out that I want to say from 2014 to 2017, I designed jewelry. And I didn't work for a huge
Costume
company. Yes, but it kind of ranged. So, I worked for myself. It was a business that I started. And the name of my business was Lovely Bound. And I was making jewelry from hand, and I mean up day and night. At the same time, I still had a full-time job. I would come home, would be home by 6:30, maybe chill out until maybe 8:30, maybe go to sleep for 2 hours, wake up at 1 a.m., work on my jewelry until 6 a.m., get dressed, go to work, and just do it all over again.
Working, man.
And the thing is, at the time, I can't even say the business was growing, but my popularity was growing. And I began supplying jewelry for Wendy Williams. I began supplying jewelry for Vivica A. Fox. I began, Brandy's stylist, the singer Brandy, Rita McGee. She reached out to me. She did all of the styling for Africa.
So you said, name the names again? Tell
Oh
the
my
people.
goodness.
Tell the people you designed the jewelry.
Tell the people, man.
Come on now.
Yes,
You gotta
yes.
tell us like
Yes.
the situation.
So Wendy Williams, she's worn my pieces. I used to drop off jewelry at her studio. Vivica Fox, if you literally, you could look at her hair ad and you could see she's wearing my bracelets. Also, the stylist for Brandy, Rita McGee, she reached out to me and she asked if she could pull from my collection at the time. I could not have shipped that box to Atlanta fast enough. Okay, and the thing is, it's not just that it was attached to Brandy, but it was a Stan Lathan production. And that's the
Stan
thing.
Lathan.
That's a
That's
big
a
deal.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And that is a big deal. And then also that part, and then also I did New York Fashion Week in 2015, and not just the rinky dink fashion week. I did a legit New York Fashion Week. And then on top of that, I was invited to the White House, and this was for the Obama administration, but I was invited to the White House. This was simply an entrepreneurial summit. So the thing is, I had been spotted, I had been identified, and I was out there enough, I was popular enough to where someone thought, let's invite that young lady to the White House. So that's what I did, years ago.
No, but hold up, man. Come on, man. Clap for this young lady. Doing some nice stuff out there.
Thank
So
you,
how
thank
did
you.
how did they find you? I mean, how did you get the Vivica Foxes and Wendy Williams?
So I
How did it happen?
will say with the Wendy Williams, Vivica Fox, and Brandy, I swear that was just hard work. That was me just online figuring out ways how to locate these stylists. At the time, I worked at the Fashion Institute of Technology, and Wendy Williams, she was having a speaking engagement there to inspire the students, and she invited her stylist on stage. So me at the time, I'm designing jewelry. I'm thinking, how can I get to that man right there? I wasn't even thinking, how can I get to Wendy? I was thinking that guy right there is the key holder. So I found my way backstage and I introduced myself and he remembered me, and he eventually reached out. So boom, that's how I built that connection with Vivica Fox. I think I was just out in Manhattan, just at a really dope party, and I met a really close friend of hers, and he remembered me. And next thing you know, her team reached out to me, and she sent her assistant all the way from I'm not sure where he came from, but I know he came to where I was. And he pulled from my collection, and he had taken what he had put to Philadelphia, and that's where the photo shoot was taking place. So that was very, very exciting. And it's really funny because when that happened, I'm literally working my 9 to 5. And I'm trying, and I'm sneaking and doing all of this without my supervisor knowing. I remember I got to the office super early because we had this huge conference room, and I needed the space. My apartment was too small for me to put these boxes and everything together. So I got early to the office, about 6 or 7 a.m. And I got everything just wrapped up and prepared and packed. And then I just stuffed it to the side before anyone got to the office. And then the assistant came in, and I kind of just made it seem like I'm running things and this or that, but really I wasn't. Okay, I wasn't even close. And that's how my items got to the photo shoot for Vivica Fox's hairline. And then which one? For Brandy, I stalked Rita McGee because I wanted so bad. At the time, Empire was killing it on Fox. Everybody was watching Empire at this time.
Right.
And the thing is, I loved Cookie, Taraji P. Henson's character. And I'm my jewelry needs to get on her, this character.
Right.
So literally, I hate to use the word stalked, but really, I was up day and night trying to find just the information to get to Cookie, lines, the characters, stylists, and I found her.
Wow.
But the thing is, when I found her, they had just wrapped up the season, and she was like, "I love your pieces. Had you caught me sooner, I would have pulled from your collection." But she said, "I'll keep in touch."
Right.
So like when you hear that, "I'll keep in touch," it's like, no, they're not.
Right.
But she actually did.
Wow.
And I want to say a few months later, so she reaches out and she's like, now, I'm working with Brandy. She has a show on BET called Zoe Ever After. We will love to pull from your collection, but we need you to send it to Atlanta. I sent the box the very next day with like every piece that I had.
Wow.
So that was that. As for the White House invite, that was just one of those things. I didn't believe it until I moved to Manhattan, and this would really annoy me when people would say it's not what you know, it's who you know. Because I'm a firm believer of, like folks going to school and getting their education, and yeah, it has everything to do with what you know. But then that's how I learned, oh snap, that's true. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You know what I'm saying? So I knew someone who had a connect, not had a connect, but they were tied. They were aligned with the White House.
Right.
And then, but the thing is, I didn't just get that invite because they were aligned with the White House. I got that invite, one, because they were aligned with the White House, but also they saw my talent and they knew that I deserved to be there. So that's how that played out.
Well, congratulations to you.
Hit them likes up, y'all. Hit them likes. If y'all want to talk to her, 646-628-4264. 646-628-4264. If y'all want to ask her a question.
So here's the deal, right? So you just gave a lot of our viewers right now who's watching, who are inspired to be entrepreneur, how to, because you can open up a store,
Right.
you can own jewelry,
Right.
you can own a clothing line, but you got to get out there.
Right.
And see, you got out there. You didn't
Right.
sit there and wait to see if
Right.
people was going to come see you.
No one's gonna
You
come
just
to
said you went to these events and you lightweight stalk to find out how you was going to get in the door.
Right.
That's how you get on.
Right.
You got to hustle. Once you got a product, you got to hustle the product.
Right.
And that's how you got on.
Right.
Now you popping. You see, a lot of people think because they got something, people are just going to flock to it. No,
Right.
you got to get outside the Beat 139.
Right.
That's how we got on. Me and this guy was going to all the events in the world. We kept saying the Beat 139 and, this is what we do. And we sold the story very well.
Right.
And they let us in. And we worked our magic in there. But if we would have never went out to these venues or the events,
Right.
it'd have been, we wouldn't be where we are today. You know what I'm saying, right, Doc? Talk about it, man. We was making all kind of moves, man.
We're going to put that footwork back in.
Yeah, we gotta put it back
That's
in.
much needed. That's much needed. We
Right.
talk.
You gotta get out there and make it
But
happen.
also-
Cash talked about that all the time.
But also, it's not just, yes, and you're 100% right about putting yourself out there, but at the same time, I think that what folks don't understand when you're starting out is you have to do your due diligence, you have to do your research, you have to know what the hell you're doing, you have to know what you're talking about. Because the thing is, you could be in the right room with all the right people, but the thing is, as soon as you get that opportunity just to shake that right hand and that's your shot, and the moment they see you sweat, the moment they could pick up even a little bit, like this person has no idea what they're talking about. Why the hell did I invest my money into this person? Why would I invest my time? You know what I'm saying? And so now it's like you've blown your shot just simply because you didn't do your research. You did not do your due diligence.
Yes, that's facts right there.
That's facts.
That's facts.
That's facts. Get them likes up, y'all. Get them likes up.
So you had the jewelry business going on.
Right.
And you built it up, and you got a lot of famous people that's wearing your stuff, which is very nice.
So why you stop?
I didn't like it. So yeah, okay, so I know that, and the thing is, until this day, I have friends, I have family members that still say to me, I cannot believe that you walked away from that. But the thing is, it's like, I had been working on it for years at that point, and I had not made a penny. And it's not that I was in it just for the profit or for the money and things like that. But the thing is, when you had a schedule like how I had, and when you were just behind your laptop and doing the work, and also just the nights of your hands being all cut up and you still having to build and build and build, building until your hands hurt, it got to a point where it just became, it wasn't glamorous to me anymore. It wasn't fun anymore. So not to say that I gave up, I just kind of feel like I kind of hit a realistic spot, and I was just like, is this really for me, this right here? And then I kind of had this paranoia of if I wanted to bring on an intern or maybe try to partner up with someone, you know, and then teach them how I make all of this stuff, and then this person, you know, take my idea, you know, they may be a bit more resourceful than me.
Right,
they
right.
might have some rich daddy or something like that who can back up this idea. Next thing you know, I'm watching New York Fashion Week, and now those are all of my designs on TV. I
Yes.
can't handle that, you know what I'm saying? But just point blank period, it just became not fun. I got tired of not making money, and then I had to ask myself that question: is this really for me? And what I really came down to, it was no. It just didn't hold my interest enough at the time. Yeah.
So what you mean you wasn't making money?
I wasn't making no money. So the thing is, so it's like I said, like you could be in those rooms,
Right.
and you could be shaking them hands.
Right.
And the thing is, it gets to a point where it's like you're such a starving artist. You want so badly just to, you know, blow up and just to become big. It's like you have all these celebrities and they're reaching out to you, but you're lending your pieces out for them to wear.
Okay. So they wasn't buying it. You were just
Exactly.
doing marketing.
Yeah.
through
So exactly. So like I'm lending them out.
Right,
I'm
right.
lending them out, and then I'm realizing like, you know, no one from, you know, from the TV show, you know, put a post up about me or anything like that. You know, no one from, you know, the hairline put a post up about me. You know, no one from the, you know, production, you know, put a post up or anything about me. And I'm just like, what the hell am I doing? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, am I doing something wrong? You know, just why isn't this exactly playing out? I feel as though I'm doing everything right.
Right.
You know, but it just gets to a point where you're just like, okay, I've been doing this for X amount of years. I'm getting older. I loved it, but I'm not in love with it anymore, you know? So I had decided to take a step back, you know? So, I don't know, so fast forward to, you know, I'm not sure if we're ready to go
you're
on
doing
to the
fine,
ending.
you're doing fine.
Okay.
You're doing fine, keep going.
Yeah, so it's like, fast forward to now, it's like, I would say like around the, I would say maybe 2021, it's like I just was having like not the best luck with my 9 to 5. And the thing is, it was just like due to like new management coming in or this or that. And I was just like, listen, this whole 9 to 5 thing is like really getting to me. And it's getting to a point where like when you show up to work, you just want to beat everybody ass. You're not even there because you feel good. You're not even there because you feel like you're serving a mission or just anything. You're just there, and it's just strictly because I got bills to pay. I got a mortgage to pay. And for me, that's just not enough. I have to love it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know how I feel as though everyone at some point, everyone has wondered, how did that vending machine get there? You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, a lot of people assume that some huge company or some huge corporation placed that vending machine there. That's not true. It's some father of 4 around the corner, you know, and he owns that machine. And he probably owns about 8 of them throughout his community. Most of the vending machines that you see today, they are not placed by Pepsi. They aren't placed by Coca-Cola. They aren't placed by, you know, Sprite. They are placed from a hard-working family man that lives around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So
Let me cut you off for a second.
Yeah.
Back in the days, they were placed by them.
Right, absolutely.
Because I used to see them delivering.
Absolutely.
But as time...
And they still do.
And they still do, but like you're saying, I'll let you get back to your story.
Right.
What she's saying is times have changed, where a lot of people are buying into the business, and all these vending machines. You think that these big companies used to always drop off.
Right.
It's not. It's less.
Right.
And it's more people owning their own vending machines.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right, and something what I'm learning, and it's just, and I am not bad mouthing some huge, you know, PepsiCo or anything like that. I'm not looking to get sued, but you have these larger companies, they're so big, and they place these vending machines like at a local grocery store. And then it's easy for those, for that vending machine that's placed at that itty bitty market somewhere in New Jersey, it's easy for that vending machine to fall through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, so anyway, so so just going back to, you know, so this is where my curiosity came from. So it's just simply just, you know, you walk up the street and I feel as though we've all asked ourselves that question, like, how does vending work? How did that machine get there? Or just, you know, I'm kind of interested in like learning about it, but like folks don't really look into it. I did the opposite. I got tired of being around vending machines and looking at them and wondering like just like how the system works. So I began to look into it. And what happened over time, in a short period of time, I became extremely fascinated with it. you know? And then also just kind of circling back to my 9 to 5 at the time, I'm just so over this or that. And then I am a born entrepreneur. I can do it. I proved it to myself with the jewelry business. So the thing is, I just wasn't making no money with the jewelry business. But the thing is, I did everything right just about. You know, I learned about myself that I'm not afraid to put myself out there. I learned that I'm resourceful. I know where to get the supplies and all of the necessities that I need in order to build it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just with this right here, I feel as though it's different from something like that because it's like I'm in more control. You know what I'm saying? I could just reach out to a supplier, you know what I'm saying, and go, hey, you know, I need a vending machine, XYZ delivered to this location. But on top of my knowing my stuff, do not get into the vending business if you don't know what the hell you're doing. You have a lot of people, they buy the vending machine first. And that's the number one rule of what you're not supposed to do. You never buy the vending machine first. And that's how I know folks, and like they don't know what the hell they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I was just having a conversation with a young lady, I want to say maybe like a month ago, and she was like, yeah, you know, I thought about getting, I wanted to get into vending, not too long ago, but, I bought a vending machine, but it's in my garage. Immediately her saying that to me, one, I know you have no idea what you're doing. Because any real vendor knows that you find your location first.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole 700-pound machine that you ain't gonna have nothing to do with. You got nowhere to put it. So you have this fully functioning money maker in your garage or in your basement, and you have nowhere to put it.
You said 700 pounds.
Yeah, and people don't, and the thing is, when it comes to those machines, it's a lot of hard work moving those machines from A to B or just, whatever. So I feel as though that is rule number one when it comes to vending, is you find the location first. And anyone who's serious about vending, it's just over time, that's a no-brainer. I wouldn't dare buy a vending machine before confirming or
I think that's kind of like common sense to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where you gonna put it?
Right. So, and another thing too, maybe you're gonna get into this down the line, but I'm sure if you put it on someone's property, they get a percentage.
So the thing is, as a vendor, we never propose that. It is not our intention to pay the business. The thing is, the business, the owner of that facility, the business, the facilities manager, the thing is, it has to be made crystal clear. I am a service to you. This is a benefit to you, your employees, your staff, your guests, your visitors. I didn't sit here and come up with all of this just to sit here and go, how can I give you my money? It doesn't work like that. The thing is, it takes for that business owner to understand this is a benefit for my team. So you have these places, I still can't believe until this day, there are so many places who are still without vending machines. The thing is, your team, your staff, they need those little things like a granola bar, a bottled water, a can of sparkling water to stay functional in order to have a successful work day. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot, that you're giving, your team, your staff. It's just a kind gesture, and it's also, it's about hospitality as well.
Hospitality.
It is. So the things, and it's not just about employees and staff, it's also about external guests, folks who are just coming in for meetings and things like that. And then also you have to think about the folks who are working third shifts. So now let's talk about the warehouses. So warehouses, there's usually a first shift, a second shift, and a third shift, okay? So I'm someone, it's been a couple of times I forgot my lunch on the kitchen counter. And this warehouse is out in the middle of nowhere. There's no nearby Whole Foods. There's no nearby Chipotle's or nothing like that. So what you gonna do? You just not gonna eat for the next 10 hours? So the thing is, so there are many benefits to having a vending machine in your establishment, especially for the locations that have 75 employees or more, especially organizations that run a third shift.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff closed too.
Exactly.
So like I said, sometimes a snack could get you a long way.
Exactly.
A candy bar, Snicker.
Exactly. And the thing is, something as simple as that on a day, and it's like it's happened to me where I made a poppin' lunch. It's leftovers, and I'm excited about my lunch. And then what do? I leave it in the fridge at home, or I leave it on the counter. Something as simple as just like a can of soda, or maybe something like a Snickers. You know what I'm saying? It'll help prevent folks from just walking around for the remainder of their workday, just being pissed off and frustrated because I can't eat for the next 5 hours. And that's a ridiculous problem to have.
It is.
Has the owner ever said to you, okay, look, I understand where you're coming from,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a benefit for my employees during their work hours. You
Right.
know? I understand things are far away, and you got some things that keep them going.
Mm-hmm.
But you put it on my property.
Right.
Don't
Okay.
you feel I deserve 10,
All right.
15%?
Okay, boom. So the thing is, so a few minutes ago, I said, now me as the vendor, I'm not going to propose a commission. That's just not what we do. And honestly, we aren't supposed to do it. But if you as the business owner, if you propose it, now I'm going to negotiate with you.
There you go.
But had you not brought that up,
Right.
no, I'm not going to bring that up because the thing is, I need for you to understand, really, you need me. This is a service that I'm providing. But if that's how you feel, if you do feel as though, listen, I know I got a good 175 employees walking in and up through here. I know you're going to make some money. Okay, so what exactly do I gain from it? Okay, boom. So we could discuss anywhere from 5 to 10% commission, and that is standard. I'm not going above that.
So do you vending? Once upon a time, I thought about doing vending as well, because it didn't come from me, it came from a friend of mine, and he was talking about it, and I got interested in it, but then I strayed away from it. Is there money into vending machines?
There is 100%, but the thing is, what people have to realize is it 100% depends on where your machine is placed
Location
and
is
what
key.
is the number of foot traffic. So the thing is, you could place your oh, sorry, excuse me. I hope I didn't hear.
No, it's
okay.
fine.
So the thing is, you can place your vending machine someplace, and if it's only 20 employees, even 50 employees, you're not really gonna make much. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, if you place it somewhere and it is good foot traffic, like I like to aim for 75 plus. Okay, and then also I don't just think about one work shift. I try to pitch to places that has more than one shift. So I aim for places that have 2 to 3 shifts.
Hospitals.
Exactly, warehouses, things like that. And I love places that have a third shift because those are the folks that it's just you're working at 2 a.m. in the morning. Your shift is most likely from 11 p.m. until 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay, and at 11 p.m. at night, you have folks they didn't exactly think about their lunch and things like that. They're really relying on that vending machine. They know it's there. They know they can depend on it. You know what I'm saying?
So, okay, so we're talking vending, right?
Yes.
There's different kind of vending machines.
Yeah.
You got soda,
Yeah.
some soda and water beverages. You see all in one vending machine.
Right.
Then you might see chips and cookies and peanut snacks. Then some vending machines, they got sandwiches and stuff.
Right.
They got White Castle burgers. They got
Right.
turkey and cheese sandwiches. They got hot wings. They got all that type of thing.
Right.
Do you supply all of those variety of
I try to stay away. If there's any machine that I stay away from, it is the vending machines with the prepared food already. So the White Castle sandwiches, I don't know, like pieces of cake, pie, and things like that. My reason for staying away from those are because of expiration date. So the thing is the chances are too high of me losing money. But the thing is, but if the machine is placed in a place now for a vending machine like that with prepared food, it would have to be like 100 employees
Like
plus.
a hospital or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It has to be consistent foot traffic. But as for beverages, as for snacks, I'm all for that. But then also, I don't just place beverage and snacking vending machines. I place beauty machines also. Okay, so the thing is, when it comes to the beauty machines, I try to aim for spas. I try to aim for very popular hair salons, and I mean the kind of hair salons where it's just a row of women just getting their hair braided, not the kind of hair salons where it's 2 women at
So
a time.
you're gonna
getting
have
their hair
things
braided.
in the vending machine that they might need to have in order to go get their hair done. They might have forgot they didn't bring their solution for the hair, and you have it here they can get from the vending machine in homegrown.
Not exactly. For the vending machines that I'm placing in spas and in hair salons, those are more just beauty products. Now, the kind of products that you're talking about, I'm more interested. I'm trying to get into like Port Authority,
Right.
in that lower level. Like where the bus lanes are. And I don't mean like the buses that take us from here to Manhattan. I mean buses that go from here to Syracuse, here to Buffalo, here to, Niagara Falls. And what I want to place in those vending machines are like all of the things that you could think that maybe you forgot to put in your bag. Like phone chargers, moisturizers, shampoos, toothbrushes, toothpaste, things like that,
So How many different kind of vending machines do you have? As far as product.
So as of now, beverage, snacking, and beauty. I
Beverage,
would love to cross into necessities, but the thing is, it's really hard to get into places like Penn Station. It's really hard to get into places like Port Authority. It's really hard to get into places like, you know, an airport, you know. But the airport is like a big goal of mine. But I wouldn't want to get into the airport until I'm ready to get a smart vending machine.
So who do you have to contact for something like that? Like
So-
the Human Resources Department, something like that?
When it comes to an airport, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even look into it yet because I wanna be in a more prepared and ready place. Because I wouldn't wanna reach out to someone and then let's say they do have a need for it. And then they hit me with an opportunity in that moment. And then my response can only be, I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not reaching out to the airport, or I'm not even reaching out to the airport to ask questions unless I got that machine, unless I got those products ready. But with the airport, it has to be a smart vending machine. And it's a difference between just like a regular vending machine and a smart vending machine. So the smart vending machines are the machines what Forbes and like all of the business magazines are talking about. So the smart machines are the vending machines with like the huge monitors and screens, and they have the weather and they have information about the product, and on the side of it it's a huge monitor and it's like you're advertising for major companies and things like that. So I'm not quite there yet, but that is a goal of mine. When I get into airports, I only want to have smart vending machines.
So vending machines, do you buy them or do you lease them?
I own every single last one of my vending machines.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't think of it as, it's like, a reason for that is, let's say if I come up on really hard times, I could sell that vending machine. I could sell that vending machine for thousands of dollars. And well, the thing is, I buy the vending machine refurbished. So I could sell it for, let's say, like $2,000. But if I have a slew, if I have a fleet of them out, that's money. That's a lot of money. But then also, I could sell what's in the vending machine, and I could also sell my route also. So now that's a vending machine that went from $2,000 down to $5,000.
Oh, your route, that makes sense. 'Cause earlier I thought that you rented, when he asked you the question earlier, you said, when you said about the people who buy the vending machine first, I thought when you said you call a company, I thought you rent it first.
No, So for me, so the thing is, I'm not even sure if renting a vending machine is like a thing. I'm sure it is, and it might be like a small group of folks that do that. But as
I
for
think they rent in or lease them.
or even leasing
More
them.
leasing,
But
yeah.
the thing is, I'm not interested in that at all. I want to own all of my vending machines because I just don't see it about it being in the now. I see it about, this is an investment. This is
Right,
about
I
the
got you.
future. So the thing is, if for any reason I have to dismantle my business, ain't nobody taking my vending machines away from me because I own them. And I'm not just going to sell the machines. I'm going to sell the hundreds of dollars of product that's inside it. And also I'm going to sell you my route too.
How many vending machines do you own currently?
Right now I own 8.
Okay.
8?
That's
Yeah.
good.
And what's the market value of a vending machine, pretty much?
So, are you asking the cost of a?
Yeah, cost, yeah.
Okay, so the thing is, I never buy brand new.
No,
I never buy brand new. So for my refurbished vending machines, I do not like to go over $1,200. I won't do it. Because the thing is, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing is, we do understand you get what you pay for. So the thing is, when I buy my vending machines, I locate my vending machines, I go to where my vending machine is, I got a sack of quarters, I got dollar bills, I got $5 bills, I have a bunch of cans and chips and things like that, and I stock up my vending machine as though I'm stocking it to begin like selling the products. And I put the money in and I run the machine like one by one
Yeah,
by
because
one.
one thing I hate when it gets stuck. You
Right, right,
So,
right.
so I got a
Right.
question. All right,
You
so
want your chips.
who does your maintenance?
Me, I do everything. So I'm
Yeah, the maintenance,
100%. So I'm solely responsible for the delivery, the installation, the replenishment, the stocking. If a light bulb goes out or if a number is broken, you call me. I'll send my repair guy right out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, I know you got a repair guy.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, because I seen the vending machine
Yeah.
go down and
You
somebody
got
had to come in
Yes.
and open the joint up.
You had to. 'Cause like I said, it get people mad. You put your money in
And you
there,
gotta shake it
and you
top for it to
just
fall.
shaking it.
You do, and the things, and that really is a major issue that you have to deal with. Folks get frustrated,
Yeah.
and even though that machine just took $1, that's somebody's dollar, and they tight about it, and they
Exactly.
want them Lay's chips. So then you get folks that like shaking
Yeah,
and
they
they kicking it.
shaking it, yeah.
You might arrive to your machine and the glass is cracked. You know, things
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
the
So
thing.
it's like those are probably some of the definitely maybe a con. when it comes to the vending business.
Everything has pros and cons.
Yeah.
So you have a number they can contact you in case they
Absolutely.
money they don't they don't get their product like Doc
So
said.
on each of my machines, it has a sticker with my contact information. It has my QR code that leads you directly to my website. But then also, I also have a sticker that states if there are products with peanuts. And because the thing is, you have folks and they have allergies and things like that, and I don't want some kid to get a peanut, item, and next thing you know, they choke off of my product, and now I'm being sued. Now I done lost all of my machines, I done lost my business. But if that posting is up there, it makes it really difficult for someone to sue, child or adult. But it's just like, hey, it was a notice right there that there were,
the peanuts,
things.
So how do you transport your vending machines?
Yeah,
It's
so
700 pounds.
Right. So I don't do that. So I have my guy. His name is Joe, and that's where I get my vending machines from, and I just pretty much I do my delivery through him. Of course, with an additional fee of $200, but it's totally worth it. I'm not gonna lift that, and I don't know anyone who can lift something of that size. And the thing is, we shouldn't assume. I don't know. I had a funny thought this morning. It's just like you shouldn't assume that your uncle and your two brothers can manage a heavy machine like that. It really does take a professional to manage to lift, to physically carry a machine like that.
And they have to put it on.
Exactly. You have to have a dolly. You have to have the proper equipment for that. For you to think that all three of us are going to lift this machine, you stay in your machine just completely just falling over, being broken, and now what you gonna do? That's your fault, and you have no one else.
But that's your money maker, so you want to move it.
Exactly.
You want to move it.
I want to do it right. So it's worth the funds just to have a professional move it.
So it sounds like to me that you said the first thing you do before you get a vending machine is get a location. So you didn't only just get a location, you learned the business of it. You got your own mechanic guy, or whatever you call him, handyman that fixes machine if it breaks down.
Also, I know my machines. Also, each of my machines, I have the keys. I can go to my machines. Any of the individuals that own the establishment, and if they have an issue with any of the machines. First, I'm not just automatically just sending my guy out to look at the machine. I'm gonna go and check it out first and really try to identify what the problem is. So I understand how to open my machine, how to pull, how to move all of the moving parts. I know how to pull my own cash. I know how to, I can fix a thing or two myself. But I only reach out to my repair guy, my maintenance guy, if it's something that I can't do on my own. But I can manage my machines on my own.
And your husband, he said, "Damn, I got a hell of a wife. I'm gonna watch Shorty. My baby, go ahead and get that money."
Right.
So before we close, so what type of what you look for, like the income monthly? Like I want to make about $200 per month off each machine.
Right.
It'd be like that, or
well, add on what he's saying. How often do you check on them to see how much money they got?
I like to give it, so the thing is, it really does depend on the size and how many items are in the machine, but I like to say like every 3 weeks, but also I make it crystal clear to the owners, but you gotta, keep an eye on the machine, because if we run out of the items a lot faster, a lot sooner than we expected, then I'll come in sooner, and then I will replenish the machine. But I do like to go and, first of all, if I'm in the community, I'm just pulling up, and I'm just checking out my machine, one, to make sure it's not damaged, just to make sure it's good, it's in good standing, to make sure you as the business owner want to make sure you're still satisfied, you still have purpose in keeping and maintaining my machine in your establishment. But I would like to say, like, every week, if you have a successful machine, if you have a machine that's in a good place with good foot traffic, you stand to earn from that machine $2,000 a week. Okay, $2,000 a week. $2,000 a week. Yes. So the thing is, yeah. But the thing is, like I said, it is essential. It is essential that your vending machine is in a location. It's in a good location.
So if you're doing $2,000 a week, and you say you go every 3 weeks, that's $6,000.
I mean, yeah, it could be, but the thing is, just because it's in a location with good foot traffic, you have to keep in mind, you have to be ready, you have to be able to adjust, you have to be able to adapt to things like a pandemic happening. You have to be able to adjust to like holiday season and things that. So just because it's in a good, foot traffic area, it doesn't mean that week or that month, you stand to make that every single time.
Yeah, it varies.
Yes, you're gonna go and you're gonna pick up your cash, and maybe that week or maybe even that month, it was a little disappointing, but you still know that this is a good area. It just wasn't a good time.
So you calculate Well, I guess you count every product you put in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you multiply and do
Right.
whatever, divide and all that, and you come up
Right.
with your number.
Right.
Now you know what you should make
Exactly.
when it's all said and done.
You should know beforehand.
Okay.
And the thing is, it takes a great deal of being organized. You just can't go into this and you aren't on your computer all the time figuring out formulas, keeping track of people that you just met, keeping track of email addresses, keeping track of how many items went into that machine at that location at this time, keeping track of expiration dates. The last thing you want is for a customer to complain, this is expired. That's embarrassing, no. So I definitely don't want any business owners reaching out to me like, hey, your products are expired in my machine. That's a terrible look.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot to keep track of. There is a lot that you have to be on top of. So being organized, I would probably say is definitely one of the top 3 like essentials.
So you got 8 machines, right, on the average.
And I'm growing.
Now hear me out.
Yes.
You got 8 machines. You say you check it every three weeks,
Mm-hmm.
but you say you can make like 2 G's a week.
Right.
So I'm gonna say you made 3 G's in 3 weeks. Just
Okay, all right.
bottom numbers.
Mm-hmm.
8 machines times 3 is 20.
Oh my Lord,
You
yes.
get some bread.
Yes,
You doing all
yes.
right.
I'm trying. So the
No wonder
thing
why you got your house over there.
So the thing-
Vending machines ain't a joke.
So the thing is, it's just that like it doesn't stop there. I'm trying to grow a whole empire from this. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't just stop with me and what I'm bringing in now. I have a 5-year-old. I don't want her to worry about nothing when she like my plan for her when she's like 25. My goal for like her 25th birthday is here. I want to give you 8 of my machines, but that's if she's into it.
Mm-hmm.
If she wants to be a part of, mommy's vending empire, if she wants to really be a part of this legacy, I would love to be able to gift her 8 of my most successful machines. You know what I'm saying? So just building that generational wealth, and it's a whole empire that I'm thinking about. It's a whole, it's a big picture. I plan to someday own a warehouse. But then people ask me all the time, like, why do you want to own a warehouse? Why the hell do you think? I want to have a place to store all of my products, and then eventually I'm selling vending machines.
You're supposed to think like that.
Exactly.
When you go into business, you want to be big. You know?
Exactly. I want to build
You
a
wanna
team
just
of
keep being on
employees.
the
I want to have
yeah.
company vehicles and things like that. So right now, yes, I am currently working a 9 to 5. That's simply because 8 machines it's not enough for me to live the way that I like to live.
Right.
I need to grow and I need more. So I'd say maybe when I get to maybe like 25 machines, that's when I'll feel comfortable enough to walk away from a 9 to 5. I'm doing this full time.
So before we go, right, I'm sure the viewers want to know, where did you get the name Snack Angel Win-Win?
So the thing is, okay, so the name of my business is Snack Angel Vending machine services. Okay, so the thing is, I don't know, just like anyone else, just like you want to come up with something clever, you want to come up with something unique, and you want it to stand out. So I just simply put together just like a listing of words that I like. But at first, Buffalo was in everything. It was Buffalo Angel, it was Buffalo this or that. But then the thing is, I just found that Snack and Angel. I even have angel wings tattooed on my back. So it's just there's this alignment, like this personal alignment with me and wings and angels. So that's how I just Snack and Angel.
Okay.
Right.
And win-win.
Right. Well, and just win-win. Just honestly, and not to even be like cocky or arrogant. I just feel like I'm a winner.
Right.
Period. So like really on a lot of my things,
You put this in. You put that in the universe,
I'm
man.
a winner. I am a
That's
winner.
right.
And I've been very, very lucky over the years. I'm not sure if it's just I'm blessed or if I'm lucky or I don't know what it
You're
is.
blessed.
But anything.
There's no such thing as luck.
Thank you.
Luck is a game of
very
chance.
blessed.
You're blessed.
I'm very, very blessed.
That's
And the
right.
thing is, anything that I've wanted, and I was speaking with a good friend of mine about this, and she agreed with me, but anything that I want, I'm so blessed. It's just I freaking get it.
Right.
And I'm not exactly sure if it's just because I put, the right foot forward, if I'm following all the right steps, but I work hard as hell.
There you
And
go.
I'm someone, I get what I want. I am
Right.
proof of this.
Here we go. We salute you for that, too. Could you tell everybody your social media links, Kate, if they want to get in touch with your company?
Yes. So please, on my IG, Snack Angel Win-Win, and please visit my website, snackangelvending.com, snackangelvending.com. You can feel free to message me. My website should be able to answer any question that you have, but also you have my direct contact information through my website. I'm more than happy to connect. I'm more than happy to sit down, have in-person meetings, etc. Please, let's go, okay? 25 machines.
25
Yeah.
Okay.
machines.
Well, we thank you for coming to the show.
Thank y'all, man.
We'll try to stay around, come back
Thank
about
you.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
We got still standing. My man CB in the building. Still standing. Entertainment clothing line coming up next. Second guest, and we want to thank Angel Snack Angel Win, you know, for coming to the show. I really like your story. Really like your drive and your hustle, man. I really do, man. For real. I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you. So just
Beat
promise
139 family.
promise me when I hit 25 that y'all invite me back.
Oh, absolutely.
Invite me back,
Absolutely.
okay?
Bring us a snack when you come back, too.
I promise. And
All right.
champagne.
There we go.